This is from the West Bank over there in Marrero, I guess it is. Marrero over there on the west side of the river bank. And
Yes, sir.
the West Bank is the best bank. That's right. Now, I tell you, Chris, when I went and saw you guys over at the Marsh Room, and y'all were there with who was it? No End in Sight was there, and Bone, and Nothing Sacred played that night.
Yeah,
And it was Halloween night. That's what it was. It was Halloween night. And you had, or it was something right near Halloween. And so, yeah, Chris had the coolest mask on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you remember wearing that thing. But I said, look at this guy, man. It looks like the devil himself's back there playing the drums. So anyhow, I couldn't take my eyes off him because he had this cool costume, right? Then I start watching him go after these drums. It's like, dude, this dude is a bad to the bone dude, you know?
Thank you, sir.
So anyhow, we don't have the video on you yet. We're still working on that, apparently. But I did have some things I wanted to ask you rather than go into silence on the radio. Let me go ahead and ask you a couple of these questions that I had lined up here.
Real quick shout out to Dr. Phil from Sour Candy on letting me use these drums tonight. I appreciate it very much.
How about that, huh? Yeah, Dr. Phil's got a nice drum set.
Yeah, they are beautiful, man.
That's a nice set. So, yep, from the West Bank. How long have you been with the band, Chris?
Since 2021.
2021, so not quite yet 2 years, or coming up on 2 years. Look like you've been doing it forever.
Thank you, man.
Did you play in a band with Tommy before you got in Constricted?
Yeah, me and Tommy are in Nothing Sacred.
And y'all were in that band before Constricted started.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, before
okay.
I got in Constricted.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. Tommy,
okay.
Tommy was a part of it.
Okay. So, yeah, and so y'all were both in Constricted. Y'all were both in Nothing Sacred.
Yeah.
Tommy has just started Constricted, and then you came on board. You didn't actually even start Constricted, did you? It was Derek that started it. Y'all probably can't hear Tommy because he doesn't have a microphone, but he said, yeah, Derek started it, and then he came in a year later. Tommy did.
I came in in 2016,
Okay.
and we've been hitting it ever since.
So it was 5 years before y'all landed on before Chris showed up on the scene, huh?
Yes.
Well, that had to be an instant step up, right? I mean, you know, right? This guy's got the
Oh, yeah.
chops.
Oh, yeah, he was hitting it.
So that's nice, and singing Chris's praises over here. Of course, I don't need to say too much. If you've been paying attention, you've been seeing what's going on here.
Yeah, thank y'all. Appreciate that.
So what about this first show that you did with Constricted? There's a story behind that, huh?
How I got in the band, I was jamming with Tommy and the original bassist, Jay Crow. They was doing a benefit for his cancer, and they said, "What about getting together and doing a couple of Constricted songs for the benefit? Would you be down playing drums?" It's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then learned the songs, and we did the benefit. And we got such like a good reaction from everybody. We just decided to keep it going,
Yeah, of course. I mean, it sounds like you hit a chord right off the bat, right? I mean,
Right.
you guys had some chemistry right from the get-go, you know. And then normally that takes a while to develop, but you could tell, right? I mean, we play music, so you can tell that I'm clicking with this person already, you know. And so I'm sure that came off.
Absolutely.
So it was out of benefit. That was for the previous bass player who was with Constricted,
Yeah.
and then you've been with him ever since then, huh? And
Yes, sir.
are you on the album?
Yes, sir.
So you're on the album,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
And so anyhow, the album, by the way, is From Ashes We Rise. It is available on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and DistroKid. We encourage you to go and check that out, any or all of it. You've been hearing songs off of that album. I've got some that I can name as my favorite. So, did Chris hand over the microphone? Well, I was going to ask him another leading question. You have a little girl, don't you?
I do, man. Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah,
So
my
you want to
baby.
say hello to Charlotte out there?
Yeah, if you listening, baby daddy, love you.
There we go. So, yeah, he's saying hello to his little girl, Charlotte, who's over there on the West Bank, which is the best bank.
She
is
actually
what they would
just
have.
called me on the second break. That's what you seen if you seen me over here dealing with my phone.
Oh, that's
Her.
cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's very cool. So, I have some daughters myself.